I thank the representative of Pakistan for his statement, and I give the floor to the representative of Algeria.
Madam President, I would like to thank you for the prompt scheduling of this meeting. I thank the Secretary General for his remark. We share your assessment that this is a dangerous escalation in the region already on the edge. And we echo your pressing call on member states to de-escalate and to uphold their obligation under the UN Charter and other rules of international law. I also thank ASG Jenka and Director General Grossi for their briefings. Madam President, the world, and especially the Middle East, cannot endure another war. Unfortunately, events in the region are accelerating in an alarming pace, pushing the Middle East dangerously close to an apocalyptic scenario. At a time when the international community was united, yes, was united in seeking ways to ease tensions, the situation has deteriorated sharply yesterday and further exacerbated by American strikes targeting Iranian nuclear facilities. Algeria expresses its deep concern and regret over this grave development, which significantly worsens the security and exposes the entire region to unprecedented risks with potentially uncontainable consequences. The erosion of the international nuclear security architecture poses a grave threat not only to regional stability, but also to the global peace and security. Attacks on nuclear facilities under international safeguards seriously undermine the integrity and credibility of the global non-proliferation regime. Therefore, we reaffirm that the legal framework safeguarding nuclear installations is clear, is comprehensive, is binding. Its very existence is precisely to ensure the highest levels of safety and protection for such facilities. The resolution of the IAEA General Conference repeatedly and explicitly state that, I quote, "Any armed attack on and threat against nuclear facilities devoted to peaceful purposes constitute a violation of the principles of the United Nations Charter, the international law, and the statute of the agency." These resolutions remain fully valid and applicable to the current situation. Under no circumstances should nuclear facilities be subject to attack. Upholding international law is not optional. It is a binding obligation upon all member states. Madam President, what lies ahead? What space remains for diplomacy? What responsibility rests with this Security Council? What we are witnessing today is a profound and perilous reversal. War has become the denial of diplomacy and politics by all means. Diplomacy, our job, long regarded as the primary tool for conflict resolution, is now being compelled to yield, to step aside, to allow force to take precedence. And this Council, for some, and especially for Middle East issues, its restraint, its silence, yes, silence, is seen as more useful than its action. What then of negotiation, of agreements, of the essence of the United Nations, its charter, its principles, and of international law? They too are being bypassed, negated, disregarded, and finally discredited. Future generation will remember not only what we said, but what we did, or what we failed to do. We, the Security Council members, especially the elected one. Madam President, to reaffirm Algeria's position clearly, the only viable path forward is a return to diplomacy, an approach rooted in international legality, the principles of the United Nations Charter, and the pursuit of a peaceful resolution. We must collectively draw on the lessons of the region's painful history, which clearly shows that military solutions have never succeeded in resolving its complex challenges. Algeria reiterates again its firm call for an immediate ceasefire, a return to the negotiating table, and a sincere commitment by all concerned parties to finding a peaceful and negotiated solution to the Iranian nuclear issue, including the lifting of sanctions. Should I remind what the Charter clearly states? I quote, "All members shall shall settle their international dispute by peaceful means. End of quote. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Algeria for his statement. I shall now make a statement in my capacity as representative of Guyana.